Hey everybody, it's Miranda here from the Swirly Do's Education Design Team, and I've got a really fun technique to share with y'all today, and it is like a peeled paint distress kind of look, and all you're going to need for it is 2 colors of paint, as if like you were doing a crackle job, and what we're going to use to do the peeled paint part is Vaseline. I usually keep a big tub of this, but I'm out right now, so I'm just pulling some chapstick out that I had in the bottom of my medicine drawer, but just any kind of Vaseline will work. And if you're using dark colors, I'm pretty much going to use dark colors. I'm not going to worry about prepping it first, but if you're going to be using light colors, I would go ahead and do like a layer of gesso on here. I am going to use this kind of golden, yellowish golden creamy tone, and then this darker bittersweet chocolate tone. So the first one I'm going to do is the lighter one, and I'm going to do the heavier one on top. So I'm going to go ahead, and this bottle has a little brush down it, and I really like these. You can get these at a lot of different stores, or like little samples. So I'm just going to paint directly onto my little frame here, and this color is really shimmery and really pretty and really thick, so I really don't have to worry about a bottom coat. So all you need to do is pick your first color and just paint your entire surface that you want to do this technique to. So I'm going to continue to paint this. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the outside edges of my frame, and then I'll come back and show you the next step. Okay, y'all, now we're ready to do the Vaseline. Just FYI, I did decide to go with a different color top coat, one that was a little bit lighter. But this part is really easy to do this, y'all. You're just going to take the Vaseline and just put some on your finger. Pretty good amount. And then you're just going to go all over this in kind of a random fashion, kind of really streaky too, so it looks like authentic peeled paint. And just go in different areas and rub your finger down, and you're going to create a resist, so when we put our top coat of paint on, the Vaseline will resist that when we wipe it off. So I'm going to start right here in this corner. I'm just going to kind of go like that to get the Vaseline worked on there, and then just kind of start streaking it down. So hopefully the camera will pick that up if you guys can see that shiny area right there. So that will be one spot where it's going to resist the paint. And I'm just going to do this all over, and then I'll show you up close all the shiny spots so you can see kind of the effect that I'm going for when I'm done with it. Okay, y'all, pretty much got it where I want it to be, and I made it sure that I got the inside ledges here and then the outside too, so that those parts weren't just plain paint. Hopefully the camera will pick up. I'm trying not to touch any of my Vaseline, but hopefully the camera will pick up all of those shiny areas so you guys can see where it's going to resist the paint at. So I just want it to look really natural and really streaky. You don't have to wait for this to dry any amount of time. You can immediately start putting your top coat of paint on there, and just make sure you don't have any really thick clumps of the Vaseline on there. Make sure it's all even, but a good amount as well. So just get your other color of paint ready. And when I put this top coat of paint on here, note, just paint it like you're regularly painting something, no special way. But I did the first time I did this, I heat set it. And then the second time I did it, I let it dry naturally. And I found that when it dried naturally, it turned out a lot better. So I'm going to let it naturally dry after I get this on here. Okay, y'all, this is pretty well dry, and I decided to be experimental and go in with a little bit of white paint too. Just barely kind of dry brushing it on, just to kind of tone everything down and maybe give it like a even more aged look, more colors on there, you know. So I'm just kind of very lightly dry brushing some white paint all the way around the frame. And that shouldn't take any time at all to dry, and then I'll come back and show you the end result. Okay, now all you need to do is grab a paper towel or any kind of cloth that you typically use, and you can see where the Vaseline is. It almost like starts to crackle paint, like up here, over there. You can tell where it's going to come off. So it does like a crackling type effect, and that Vaseline is still wet. So you can see just with my finger, I can start peeling that off of there. So I'm just going to zoom in so you guys can see pretty closely, and I'll just move the frame around and just take a paper towel and just very lightly kind of brush it, and then it will literally start to peel off of there. Okay, so you guys can see what starts happening. It really starts peeling off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep going all the way around, just kind of rubbing it and peeling off the excess as I go. You can peel off as little or as much as you want. I know before I've also not peeled a bunch off and then Mod Podged it down so that it kept the exact effect that I wanted. So go as heavy or as light as you want, and I'll come back when this is completely peeled off. Okay, you all, so when it is all done being peeled off, this is what it's going to look like. And you're going to get to a point where when you rub it, nothing else is coming off of there. That's when you know it's all completely peeled and you are good to go. None of the parts that didn't have Vaseline on it budge at all. So that's the point you want to get to. Nothing slick on there anymore. If you want to Mod Podge it to seal it, you are more than welcome to. I'm not going to in this particular one. Black and white looks really, really, really stunning together. I wanted to do something kind of different. I've been playing with some brighter colors lately, so I wanted to try some yellow. So this is what it looks like. You guys can see up close. Really, really, really cool technique. Looks really good in pink and blue as well. Shabby colors, you know, anything you can think of. So I hope you liked the tutorial. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments down below and I'll answer them. And again, thank you guys for watching, and of course visit swirlydoos.com. Bye y'all.